So today I'm replacing my xcore sprinkler controller. This one got hit by lightning. Looks pretty nasty on the inside, but don't have to worry about that. Anyway, so that's this one's mounted on the wall outside, hardwired. Comes down from the inside power, so we're going to change it over and put in a new system, different than the Hunter. This one's a wireless contact, so I'll show you the other one. This is the b-hyve smart Wi-Fi sprinkler, and here's the unit. So when you get it with the plug that's attached like that, and basically the cover comes off, it opens up, and then there's a ribbon that pulls out, which is that right there, the ribbon. So this one's already undone, which I already undid it. Just pull it out, just pry it on either end like that. Then you've got the transformer that sits right here that is plugged in via the plug. I want to go ahead and hardwire it, so there's a screw that sits up here at the top, which is just a little small screw, that one right there. And it goes right in the top right there. And then you can take that out, release this, and there's one at the top right there, and this whole top will pop right off. And that reveals the transformer. Transformer has 3 wires. You got the green and 2 reds. So one for the black, one for the white, and a positive negative. And it doesn't matter, there's no polarity to it. It's just a transformer. It just transforms your power from 110 into 24 volt, which we've got. And the wires run, the 2 blue wires run in through the back, and they're connected right there. And then if you need any other power for another source, like they have freeze sensors and I think several other things that they use, you can plug them in there. And then you have your jumper sensor right there. So if you have a sensor like a rain sensor, that goes in there. You take this jumper out, and then your pump, and then all your different locations for your sprinklers. All right? So that's that so far. So we'll go ahead and start on the install. Now I've disconnected the wires, so I've got the white, the black, and they're both disconnected. And I just disconnected the green from right here. It's got a little threaded screw, which is that screw right there. So now you just pull up on this little piece right here, and it lets the whole wire, everything come right out. You'll save that piece, and depending on the size of PVC or whatever that you have, you can just knock out this round circle right here, and then you can place it back in, and you'll have a nice seal with also you have a little locking nut that goes on the inside in there, a little locking nut that goes in there, and then your sprinklers will probably have a separate one, and you can knock that out for either the smaller or 2 larger sizes here. All right. Okay, so we got them all separated. I've taken the wires off. Of course, turn the power off first. Then we got everything else that goes to the transformer inside this old box that's burned out. Then all my pump wires. So from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, those are the zones. And then this one goes to your pump. And this is your common. And then that's my rain sensor. Okay, so I've undone the collars here. Both those are undone. So we can undo this. I'm going to write all the numbers down first and the colors that associate with them, and then we'll go ahead and pull everything else off. All right? That's that section. All right, so everything's numbered and getting ready to pull it off. We've got everything loose. Everything's ready to come undone. All the things are numbered. Everything's been pulled off. Get all out of there. And then we can pull this thing off, get everything together. That's that. Should just pop right off. All right, let me go ahead and... Okay, so we'll do a test fit. We got the wires out of the old box, and we got the new box. And it looks like we're going to use this one and the small hole there. That's got some cutouts on the bottom, so we'll just knock out that little section right there. All right. All right. All right, so we fed those through and attached the nuts down here. We've got 3 wires for over here, so the green gets grounded there, white to this one, and black to the one with the blue cap. And then we'll start on all the rest of these over here. So I want to go ahead and try and mount this to the wall. So I'm going to go ahead and mark it and screw a hole in the wall there. It's got a little hole there, and the old one went up there, so I'll see about getting that done. Okay, so it's mounted. And now I'm going to go ahead and connect up all the wires. So I've got my rain sensor, common, and then one with the zeros for the pump. And then I've labeled the rest of them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the zones. So, and then we'll go ahead and hook up power, which is these 3. And we're going to cover, I've already covered that once, but I'll cover it again. The green is going to be grounded to the transformer. And then this one goes to the one without the cap, and the black one goes to the one with the cap. So I kept them oriented the same. All right, and I'll go ahead and show you here in a few minutes. I'm going to go ahead and hook this up and go ahead and get the panel on. Okay, so all the wires hooked up. We got our 2 red wires hooked up, black and white. We got our green grounded here. All of our zones, our blue pump, and the white common, and then the 2 go into the sensor. And then if you have any other, 24 volt that need to be powered off that, you can use that as a out. So, all right. Let me go get the panel, and we'll kick the power on and see what happens. Okay, so we're just going to place the cover back on here. Just goes into the clips. 2 at the bottom, 1 at the top. And it should just clip into place. Alright. There we go. Now it's in place. So we got the 1 at the top and the 2 at the bottom. Alright. And all wires are coming out the bottom. You got your seals there. 2 seals at the bottom. Everything's hooked up. Alright, going to get the rest of it. Alright, so I've got the tab. It's going to plug right into the section right there. And then the whole faceplate right there. So I'll go ahead and set this down, plug this in, and attach it to the 2 sections, one right there at the top, and then you got another one right there at the bottom. That goes right in the hole. Okay? So the door's on the hinge now, and we just take this and kind of push it gently. Don't force it. It should go right in there. Get a good solid connection, and then we have the doors attached, and we have everything hooked up. The only thing left to do is pull the battery right there to activate it. I'm going to pull the battery out to get that out. There we go. That's out. So the battery's ready. I'll go ahead and close this up, and we'll go ahead and turn on the power. All right, going to go ahead and turn on the power now and see what happens. All right, we have systems alive. Beautiful. And I guess the rest is up to you guys. You know how to manage the box and hook it up to Wi-Fi. So that was my hooking up to hardwire AC. Hope this helps.